You know, it's like, it's funny. People ask us sometimes if we have VIP seats at our show. And I said, you know what? Every seat is a VIP seat.
You just took the form of a unicorn when you said that. It was beautiful.
But I'm not kidding. I mean, we want everybody. I mean, we want people that come on coaches to feel special. We want people that come in their own cars. I mean, like you said, people have saved for this experience, and we want to make sure we create a really great moment for them to take home and want to come back and do it again.
The minute they walk in the door, we greet people in the lobby and talk to them before the show.
That's what makes Branson different, right? Because I've seen entertainers that come here for a limited engagement, and they find that strange. They find it very strange because after a show, the people want to come up and shake your hand, and they just want to tell you about their kids. And like, I have perfectly normal conversations with people about what they did growing up, and you
know, I'll be really honest with you, Matt and I. We have been a part of the show for 14 years, and 7 years ago we actually bought the show and took on management of the show. And in the beginning, we were on a pretty shoestring budget, so we would greet people at the door and seat them out of necessity, you know, because you know, there wasn't much of a budget for ushers and stuff. And now what we've found is, as we've grown, now we have a full staff, and we have ushers, and we have, you know, all those things that you need to function as a business. And we could sit back in the dressing room and wait until it was time to go on stage. But what we found in doing that over the years is that the connection you make with the audience member before the show starts is so cool, and it's so important, and so valuable. And for us, it's so much more fun to perform for someone you know. You stand and you visit with somebody in the lobby for a few minutes, or even the moment, if we happen, I mean, we'll step in and grab a ticket and take someone to their seat still, you know, and
people remember all of that.
The things you can find out about someone from the moment they're at the door to your theater till they get to their seat is incredible. And they love it when you remember talking to them at the end of the show. And you're like, what did you think, Jan? Did you enjoy it? You know,
so, and you remember their name. Because I used to do a lot of corporate gigs. Tons of them in Cleveland and Pittsburgh. And I was always under the impression, because I would get invited to, hey, come down and meet with us and hang out at the hotel bar before the whatever. I'm not a big bar person, but I thought, no, that's kind of weird. You know, I feel weird. And then an entertainer told me, no, you go down there and you sit and you have club soda if you have to.
That's right.
And you sit there, and then when you do your show, you'll see the difference.
That's absolutely
because then they're your friend, and they want
and they're cheering for you.
They're your cheerleader out there, right?
I do have to admit, there are times when I step on buses.
It's obnoxious.
And I do tell them,
obnoxious.
My name's Amber. If you need someone to cheer for during the show, go ahead. The rest of the cast loves that.
So throughout the show, she comes on, and we hear in the audience, "Go Amber!"
Yeah.
Hey,
we would do that because you used to work at the Showboat.
Oh yeah, long time ago.
And so we do the medley out there, and so I used to do that. In the pre-show, the cast wouldn't be paying attention. I do this 40-minute pre-show. And so I would say, it's so-and-so's birthday today. So whenever they come out at this moment, dressed like this, stand up and clap and scream.
That's a great idea. I'm going to give it away like that. That's so cool.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. They didn't want us to make a big deal, but let's do this and that. And so you would see the audience like watching for it. And so they would pay attention for the show and wait for that moment when Steve Parrish comes out dressed as a lobster.
I love it. That's so cool.
And then he wouldn't know what in the world was going on.
I love that. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I'm going to use it. I'm stealing it. I'm stealing it today.